This girl was bullied so much at school that she lied to everyone, saying she was a famous influencer, and everyone believed her. But there's one person who knows Dana's true identity. Her childhood friend, who just so happens to be the most popular guy in school, Nanji. Nanji knows exactly who she really is. His friend even calls her a goddess, but Nanji is confused, remembering Dana's bossy, aggressive personality. He flat out says she's a liar. Desperate, Dana begs him not to reveal her secret, but Nanji does something worse. In front of everyone, he exposes the fact that when they were kids, Dana used to kiss him and they promised to get married when they grew up. Dana is completely humiliated. A girl from school starts spreading rumors online that Nanji and Dana like each other, and Dana is mortified, while Nanji just stares at her, challenging her to deny it. At home, Dana finds an old picture of them as kids and, in anger, rips the photo in half. The next day, on her way to school, she runs into Nanji lying on the ground, asking for help to get up. She thinks about leaving him there, but then she notices a tiny kitten in his jacket. Nanji had saved it. Reluctantly, Dana helps care for the kitten while Nanji watches her, smiling as their faces get closer. Dana looks like she's about to hit him, but instead, she puts a band-aid on his face, and Nanji's heart skips a beat. Later, we find out Dana is a ballet dancer, and her new teacher is Sue, a tall and strict man. Just being near him makes Dana's legs shake with nervousness. Afterward, Dana tries to scare Nanji, leaving him speechless. Then, a teacher asks Dana to draw for the school newspaper, since she claimed she was an artist. She's about to say no, but Nanji speaks for her, saying she'd love to do it. Dana pretends to agree, but deep down, she hates Nanji with all her heart. Even so, Nanji gently holds her backpack, but Dana pushes him away, accusing him of trying to ruin her life. They walk off, arguing, but Nanji feels bad for making her upset. In an attempt to apologize, Nanji grabs her arm, but as a man walks by and almost bumps into Dana, Nanji steps in to protect her. He ends up falling and hurting his ankle. He pretends the pain is worse just to stay closer to her. At that moment, Nanji remembers that when they were kids, Dana gave him a mint leaf as a promise of eternal love. He even made it into a necklace, and every night before going to sleep, he presses it against his heart. Back at school, Dana tries to copy the homework to seem smarter, but the teacher catches her. To keep her from being punished alone, Nanji lies and says he copied too, so the two of them stay at school late, alone. That's when Dana discovers Nanji is an amazing artist, and he admits he dreams of becoming a painter and going to art school. He works at a bookstore to save money, and Dana realizes Nanji has changed. He even painted the mural that was supposed to be Dana's responsibility, and she ended up taking all the credit. To make up for it, Nanji demands Dana be his servant for a week. Left with no choice, she agrees. His first request, a Coke. Dana rushes to get it like she's his servant. Nanji's friend calls him a god for getting Dana to do whatever he wants. But Nanji feels bad and tries to offer the soda to her, but Dana is startled, spills it everywhere, and stains his shirt. Dana takes his shirt home to wash it, and when no one is looking, she smells Nanji's shirt. That's when Nanji finds out that Dana has a secret idol, a comic book writer she admires. And the shock comes when Dana discovers that this mysterious author is Nanji himself, writing under a pen name. Dana's best friend asks if she likes Nanji, and she lies, saying no. Her friend, Waja, mentions it's for the best, because Zayo, the class leader, gets jealous of any girl who gets close to Nanji. Zayo, who came from abroad, is seen as Nanji's girlfriend, and this makes Dana feel a little pain in her chest. During class, Zayo tries to humiliate Dana, who overhears everything while hiding in the bathroom. The tension between the two grows stronger, with Zayo doing everything to sabotage Dana, while Nanji is caught in the middle, trying to get Dana's attention. Even though he's injured, Nanji offers to be Dana's partner in the school dance competition. He says he would endure any pain just to dance with her. Dana tries to hide her feelings, but inside, she's starting to feel something too. During practice, Nanji gets closer and closer to Dana, and the two start to bond in a special way. She even begins dreaming about him, dancing endlessly, as if they were floating. But jealousy starts to creep in, especially when Lin, Dana's ex-boyfriend, comes back to town. She dresses up to meet Lin at the airport, and upon seeing him, she faints in his arms. Lin takes Dana to the hospital, and the doctor says her sugar levels dropped. But the real surprise comes when Lin calls the first contact in her phone, which turns out to be Nanji. As soon as Nanji answers, he races to the hospital like a rocket, driven by the love he feels. When he arrives, he sees Dana recovering, but all dressed up, looking beautiful in a way he's never seen her do for him. This makes Nanji feel a mix of jealousy and sadness, but he tries to hide it with a smile. He gives Dana some candy to help with her sugar drop, but he can't conceal his frustration. He asks with a hurt tone why she's never dressed up like that for him. Dana recovers quickly, and when she returns to school, everyone notices Lin's arrival as the new student, and he immediately becomes the center of attention, especially with the girls. Naturally, this makes Nanji furious. He feels threatened. After all, Lin has all of Dana's attention. This pushes Nanji to challenge Lin to a basketball game, hoping to impress Dana. The game is intense, with both giving it their all, as if they're fighting for her heart. In the end, Nanji wins, but instead of congratulating him, Dana rushes over to take care of a small cut on Lin's hand. This gesture breaks Nanji's heart into a million pieces. Still heartbroken by the rejection, Nanji tries to focus on something else. He pays an unexpected visit to Dana's house, and to his surprise, he finds out that his father and Dana's dad have been friends for a long time. Dana's dad shares how, after his divorce, he felt very lonely, and Nanji was the one who kept him company during that tough time. Dana is touched by the story, and for the first time, she starts to see Nanji differently. She thanks him for looking after her dad during those difficult moments, and Nanji, with a shy smile, says she inherited her dad's beautiful heart. Meanwhile, Zayo, who had been watching from afar, grows more and more jealous. She tries to get closer to Nanji at all costs, pretending she needs help with something, but in reality, she just wants to keep him away from Dana. With every attempt Zayo makes, Dana feels a mix of anger and insecurity. She tries to convince herself that she doesn't care, but deep down, her feelings for Nanji are growing beyond her control. Then, Lin invites Dana on a series of dates, saying he's always felt sad since she left the school. They spend a lot of time together, but on one of these dates, Dana's mom finds out and forbids her from seeing him. Unwilling to accept the ban, Dana runs away from home and heads to the beach, where she was supposed to meet Lin. But Lin doesn't show up, and the one who ends up going after her is Nanji. He drops everything, including Zayo, to chase after Dana, determined to make sure her heart doesn't get hurt even more. When he finds Dana at the beach, he tells her that Lin could never love her as much as he does. Irritated, Dana responds that Nanji is just a narcissist. But Nanji, calmly, asks why she always tries to be someone she's not. He realizes that she's afraid of not being accepted for who she really is, and tells her that's impossible. With this boost of confidence from Nanji, Dana starts to feel stronger, more self-assured. The next day, Dana decides to stop pretending to be an influencer. Before she can tell everyone the truth, the teacher calls her up to draw in front of the school president. But at that moment, everyone realizes Dana can't actually draw. She admits she made it all up to seem special, out of fear of being judged for coming from a simple background. Her classmates are shocked and completely ignore her, leaving Dana feeling alone and like a failure. But Nanji doesn't leave her side. He stays with her, along with the teacher, saying that despite everything, she's becoming more beautiful in their eyes. After days of sadness, Dana finds out that her favorite comic book author will be at a signing event. Of course, she really wants to go, but Nanji tries to convince her not to. He's afraid she'll discover his secret since he's the real author behind the comics she loves so much. Still, Dana goes to the event, and Nanji, desperate, puts on a superhero disguise to spy on her from a distance without being recognized. In the chaos, some girls mistake him for a creep, forcing him to run away. Meanwhile, Dana trips on the stairs at the event, and at the last second, Nanji appears out of nowhere to save her before she falls and gets seriously hurt. Dana was eager to see Nanji's face, but he ran off before she could uncover his identity. So, Nanji wore a chicken mask to go to the signing. When it was his turn, Dana looked at him, confused. It was like there was something familiar about him, as if their destinies were somehow intertwined. They took a photo together, and Nanji seized the moment to get close and feel Dana's embrace for the first time. The feeling was incredible. After that, the fans started demanding to see Nanji's face. They decided to do a raffle, and the lucky winner was Lin. He went up on stage, where they put up a curtain so only he could see Nanji's face. When Lin saw him, he was in shock. He recognized him immediately. Nanji, scared, begged Lin not to reveal his secret. Lin agreed, but on one condition. Nanji had to stay away from Dana forever. Lin was determined to win her over. Meanwhile, Dana was chatting online with her idol, not knowing it was Nanji. She mentioned that she had a friend named Nanji and that she was starting to like him. But suddenly, the internet cut out. Frustrated, she went to Nanji's house, and when she opened the door, she saw her favorite comic book pages flying all over the room. That's when she discovered the truth. Nanji had been the writer she had admired all along. Nanji tried to explain, but Dana couldn't handle the surprise and left, hurt. She locked herself in her room, crying in sadness. In the following days, Dana avoided Nanji at school, afraid to talk to him. Nanji, on the other hand, didn't give up. He kept apologizing, trying to win back her trust. He did everything, even becoming a kind of love servant, to try to make it up to her. In the end, Dana agreed to talk, and Nanji explained that he had only kept the secret because he didn't want to hurt her. He revealed that all the comics he wrote were dedicated to her. Over time, their relationship began to heal. But Dana's mother still forced her to dance, training her until her feet bled. Nanji tried to schedule dates with her, but Dana was so busy with the dance championship that she couldn't see him. Tired of it all, Dana finally stood up to her mother. She said she didn't want to dance anymore, that she had been doing ballet since she was 4 and now just wanted a normal life. Dana remembered the day her mother forced her to rehearse for hours without food until she danced perfectly. But Dana's mother didn't accept her words and punished her, forbidding her from leaving the house for days. Dana tried to run away several times until she finally succeeded. Nanji took her to a park as a birthday surprise, where they and some friends had fun on the rides. For the first time in a long time, Dana felt the joy of life again. Meanwhile, the school noticed that Dana wasn't attending classes, and her mother became even angrier. Dana confessed that she didn't enjoy dancing, and seeing how sad she was, Nanji did everything he could to cheer her up. He took her to a beautiful aquarium and told her that, unlike the fish trapped in the tanks, she should fight for her freedom and stand up to her mother. He reminded Dana that she had taught him not to be afraid and promised to stand by her side in whatever decision she made. Afterward, they visited Dana's father, who treated her with kindness. They shared cake together, and at the end, Nanji gave her a special necklace and a drawing in which he had poured all his love. When Dana returned home, her mother punished her again. This time, Dana refused to accept it, and in response, her mother slapped her hard. Hurt, Dana retreated to her room, and Nanji's words were the only thing that comforted her. Noticing that Nanji and Dana were getting closer, Zeo managed to get a job where Nanji worked to stay near him. Dana realized that Zeo was trying to seduce Nanji, so she stayed even closer to him, making Zeo back off. Lin also began to catch Dana's attention. She felt an attraction to him that she couldn't ignore. Her relationship with her mother worsened, and Dana decided to move in with her father. This made her mother reflect on their relationship and realize how poorly she had treated Dana. Later, Dana's mother revealed that she had also dreamed of becoming a ballerina, but due to an injury, she had to give up her dream. She had projected all her frustration onto Dana, and, regretful, she offered a heartfelt apology. Dana accepted it, and the two began to rebuild their relationship. Meanwhile, Lin told Nanji that his younger brother was very sick. He asked Nanji to visit, as the boy was a fan of his comics. Nanji signed one of his comics and took a photo with the boy. But what Nanji didn't expect was for the photo to end up on the internet. And soon, everyone discovered his true identity. Now, girls were swarming around him, asking for autographs, and Dana was burning with jealousy seeing so many girls trying to get close to Nanji. Nanji became a real idol. He couldn't even walk through school without being stopped by fans asking for kisses and other things. Dana felt uncomfortable with so many cameras around him. One day, she stormed into Nanji's house and confessed that she felt like nothing compared to him now that he was so famous. Nanji reassured her that she was different from all the other girls, but still, Dana felt insecure. When asked what inspired him to become a comic artist, Nanji replied that it was a beautiful girl who had touched his heart. The reporter wanted to know more about Nanji's parents, and that's when it was revealed that he was adopted. His biological mother had abandoned him when he was young, leading to a difficult childhood. But after the interview, his biological mother appeared. Thanks to his comics, she was able to find him. She offered to pay for his education at an art university abroad, but Nanji refused. He still harbored resentment for being abandoned. Dana, on the other hand, accidentally recorded a ballet class, and while watching the video, she began dancing to the rhythm of the music. That's when she realized that now, without her mother's pressure, she actually loved dancing. The fear of failing in the championship still haunted her, but Nanji encouraged her, saying that with every step she took, his soul would be with her, guiding her down the right path. This gave Dana the confidence she needed. Nanji was at a parent-teacher meeting when, suddenly, his biological mother appeared. She grabbed his arm, begging for a chance. But Nanji, heartbroken, asked her to leave. Filled with pain, Dana followed him, shocked to see him so angry for the first time. He opened up and told her how much his mother had hurt him. Dana tried to focus on her dance class, but her love for Nanji consumed her thoughts. The teacher, noticing her mistakes, grew irritated, but all she could think about was Nanji. In a last attempt, Nanji's mother asked Dana to convince him to study abroad. The thought of Nanji leaving was like a stab to Dana's heart. If Nanji left, she would lose the person she loved most. She told his mother that she didn't deserve to take care of Nanji. His mother confessed that she had abandoned him so he could have a better life with other parents since she couldn't support him. Even so, she admitted she deserved the blame but wanted the best for him now. Nanji isolated himself at home. Desperate, Dana climbed the wall like a love thief. She hurt herself when she fell, and Nanji, tenderly, took care of her hand. Through tears, she asked if he truly hated his mother. He couldn't hate her, but all he wanted was to be happy with Dana. They played together until their lips met. Surprised, Dana noticed that he kept an old drawing, a drawing of him as a child, running toward his mother, as if it were a distant dream. Without him noticing, Dana tucked the drawing into her pocket. Later, alone in class, Nanji notices Dana acting distant and cold. He fears that she no longer loves him. Dana then shows him the drawing, and with a heavy heart, he realizes he misses his mother. They decide to visit their adoptive parents first. During dinner, Nanji's parents say that adopting him was the greatest gift of their lives and that he has been the perfect son. With that, they present him with a chest that holds the secret of his biological mother. Before opening it, Dana asks him about the day his mother took him away. He reveals that he had been punished, which is why he couldn't say goodbye. Now, everything makes sense to her. Nanji has always carried this burden. Together, they light fireworks, promising eternal love. Inside the chest, they find millions of letters from his mother, asking about school, what he was eating, who his friends were. His mother had actually been a guardian angel from afar, sending all the money she earned so he could grow up happy. On Nanji's birthday, everyone celebrates together. They ask if he has a girlfriend, and shyly, Nanji admits that he likes a girl. Everyone knows it's Dana, who, embarrassed, changes the subject. But the atmosphere is light, filled with joy, as if they were the best family they could have. In a moment of affection, Dana hugs Nanji and almost kisses him. She is so enchanted by him. For his birthday, she gives him a set of watercolors, which Nanji quickly uses to paint a picture of Dana on the beach, completely happy. The moment of truth arrives. Nanji decides to study at an art university abroad. The problem is that Dana can't go with him. Nanji fears the separation, and so does Dana, but she is more afraid that he will regret not going and blame her forever. She encourages him to follow his dream, even with a heavy heart. To ease the pain, he shows her the necklace he gave her when they were 5 years old and promises that not even distance will separate them. The day of departure arrives. Nanji says goodbye to his friends and parents. When it's Dana's turn, he prepares a surprise. A box descends from the sky, and when she opens it, Dana finds a painting of her dancing. Nanji, moved, tells her that she is beautiful inside and out. Dana, filled with emotions, feels both happy and sad at the same time, knowing it's a farewell gift. Before leaving, they have one last adventure together. Nanji lets Dana's hair down to see her true beauty. They share a meal, reliving childhood memories, and escape to the beach. There, filled with love, Nanji promises he will always think of her. And Dana reciprocates, saying that he means everything to her too. Nanji proposes that they write letters every day so they don't forget each other. They hug and touch each other tenderly, reaffirming how much they mean to one another. After Nanji leaves, Dana feels lost. At school, she wanders like a ghost, without a soul. Her friend tries to comfort her, but it's as if the light has been taken from her life. Until one day, she finds a note on her desk with a simple, "I love you," from Nanji. This drives her straight to the airport. She runs, searching for him everywhere. And just when she thinks it's too late, he appears. The two, shy, say goodbye with a letter full of feelings. When Nanji reads it, he discovers that Dana has always been in love with him. Since they were children, she has always loved him, and now he understands that she is the love of his life. A few days pass. Dana resumes her ballet classes, adopts an adorable kitten, and walks along the beach every day, where she cherishes all the memories of her love for Nanji. But something worries her. Nanji has stopped writing letters, and Dana becomes anxious. Meanwhile, Dana's mother starts dating someone new. The big ballet competition arrives, and with the strength of Nanji's love and the inspiration from his comics, Dana gives the best performance of her life, and wins. While visiting Nanji's house to take care of the plants, Dana hears a noise coming from inside. Anxious, she quickly calls the police. Dana grabs a stick, opens the door, and hits the man inside. But who is it? Nanji. He steps closer, pulling Dana near, their faces just inches apart. Their gazes are intense, almost hypnotizing. For a moment, Dana snaps out of her trance and asks what he is doing there. Nanji, with a smile on his face, explains that he returned to support her during the university entrance exam. And this makes Dana cry tears of joy. Happiness fills her heart. They take the exam together, and to their surprise, they both pass. The joy is overwhelming. The professor, who has always been there for them, reveals that he knew about their love all along. With their hearts overflowing with joy, they head to the beach. There, sitting by the sea, they feel an immense, intense peace. They remember every passionate glance that brought them to this moment. Nanji, seeing Dana looking so beautiful in the sunset light, can't resist. He embraces her with such intensity and love that Dana feels deep in her heart that she has found the man of her life. In that embrace, they realize that this is just the beginning of their story. Because every time they look at each other, it's as if a new flower blooms in their hearts. True love is like this. It's about giving your life to the person you love, knowing that even in the face of an abyss, this person would never let you fall. They would hold your hand, even if it was the last thing they did. Remember, dramas are just a visual way to appreciate what you should do in life. Love. That's what everyone truly wants and needs. In dramas, just like in life, time passes faster than we realize. Don't wait for the final act to appreciate, forgive, love, help, and be better for those around you. If you like this, hit like and subscribe if it resonates with you. Hugs and all the best.